Before we start the video, please consider liking and subscribing to stay up to date on all my new videos. Thank you and enjoy. Welcome to Moss's Sportsbook, where I cover the ins and outs of what's happening in basketball, hockey, football, and MMA. This is my first official video, and I couldn't be more excited about the topic of today's video. Last night, we were preparing to watch a potentially historic Eastern Conference Game 7 between the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat. Coming into this game, all social media was talking about was that beautiful buzzer beater putback layup by Derek White off that missed shot by Marcus Smart. And talking to my friends and some people online, I had two takeaways from that Game 6. One is that if Boston wins Game 7, then that shot goes down in history as one of the greatest plays in the last 5 years. But my other takeaway was that Boston needed to work on making three-pointers, because they were terrible. Across the line in Game 6, they were 7 for 35. That's only 20% from deep. While Miami, they shot a respectable 14 for 30. So that's 43% from downtown. Now the setup for this Game 7 is already a first for the history books. Out of 4 teams to tie a 3-0 series lead, none have had home court advantage. And Boston is the first team in history to have home court advantage in this scenario. And well, it's Boston. Come on. The Garden, you should be feeling pretty confident going in the Garden. But Boston loses this game horribly. And the first domino to fall definitely is Jason Tatum. On the first play of the game, he puts up a close shot and lands on Gabe Vincent's right foot, twisting his ankle. Now, watching this, I thought, Jason Tatum will be fine because he fell on his ass instead of falling straight down on his ankle, like I did a few weeks ago spraining it. Now, this still affected Jason because he was in pain that whole game, and it really slowed down his performance. It limited him to 14 points and 11 boards. So that's the first domino. The next domino to fall, and this is something I mentioned previously, is their three-point shooting, which was abysmal again. It looked like a three-point contest that included Shaq and Charles Barkley. They were terrible, only shooting 9 of 42, or 21% from deep. And it's not like they were taking bad shots either. For the most part, they were clean and open looks that anyone should shoot. And the last domino for Boston was that horror movie of perimeter defense. Boston was so bad at it, and you need to step up in that aspect when half of Miami's players are absolute snipers from downtown. And they just kept making them throughout the entire game. Miami shot 14 for 28 from deep. That is literally half of their three-point attempts falling. All of this culminated into Boston's worst game of the playoffs. And I know Boston fans are going to say it's because Tatum was injured. But you know what? No, fuck you guys. Miami was more injured than Boston was. Victor Oladipo and Tyler Hero were out. And Tyler Hero is literally their best three-point shooter. Like, you're missing out on 21 points a game there. Just suck it up. You played like shit, and this is what you get. Now on to Miami. They played a great team game, but the standout was definitely Caleb Martin, and he proved why he is an elite player this game, and he is definitely going to get paid this offseason. My guy barely missed. He went 11 for 16 on the field and 4 for 6 from the arc, culminating into a productive 26 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists. Meanwhile, my boy, Miami's main star, Himmy Buckets, shot 43% from both the field and from deep, and he went on to have 28 points, 7 boards, and 6 assists. And with that, Jimmy Butler advances to his second NBA Finals appearance. This also culminating in him winning the Eastern Conference MVP. Now, something I want to mention about Miami going forward is Bam Adebayo. Last little while, he wasn't playing like the Bam I know that gets 20 and 10 a game. He looked lost this game, and the Boston defense did a good job containing him, but he isn't as aggressive in the paint as he should be. He is a scoring big and can't seem to score right now, and if Miami is going to have any chance beating the Joker in the finals, they need to figure out how Bam is going to succeed in that matchup. Overall, this is a very entertaining game and filled my heart with as much joy as when the Florida Panthers bet the Bruins a few weeks ago. It is very heartwarming for me to see Boston lose in the playoffs. Well, that does it for me. Today, I'm so excited for these NBA finals. It is going to be one to remember for sure. Put your predictions in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.